can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yep.
Yeah, that's I would say that's very much true. In the sense that because I have a friend, I have like a brother, he's in Atlanta. So and he keeps telling me that you know he is broke. I'm like, man, how can you be broke? You are in the state. There's a whole lot of jobs you can do. So he keeps saying he's broke and stuff like that, and I like, bro, you can't be in the state and you're broke, So, but based on what this guy explained now, I think I have a better understanding of what is happening there, because he is a you know he's a Black American and he has been there for long. I think he was born and raised in the state, so he's a citizen. So I can understand what he's saying. I can understand from this video. Like some of them have not been given equal opportunity over there because of you know uh, because the over there, just like what the guy said, some of them they don't want them to have equal opportunity. Probably they felt that one day they might, probably they want to take over the state and stuff like that. So honestly, I agree with what the guy is saying. I agree with him. But I think that we African as well, and we should embrace ourselves. We in the Africa, and also the Blacks Americans. We should work together as brothers, because I've been trying to do a couple of stuff with some of them over there, and I see this, doubts. I see this, they really don't believe much in us. We Nigerians and maybe Ghana as well. They see us like maybe we are dubious and stuff like that. So a lot of them, even when you're trying to tell them, guy, look, man, you can come here and do something, and we will, we'll give you a heads up. We'll give you the direction. We will work with you and make sure you don't lose your money or you don't invest in the wrong thing. We discover a lot of them don't really believe us. They don't trust us. I know some of, especially the Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians have really done terrible stuffs. And so that alone has, actually created a kind of, bad reputations and image. It's not every Nigerian, there are still responsible Nigerians out there, who actually appreciate our brothers over there and who will openly welcome them. And, when it comes to, they will welcome them. They will help them in terms of investment and whatever. So we are ready to work with, our brothers over there who are willing to come back and do something in Africa. We are willing and ready to work with them. So that's what I can say for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Terence in Nigeria. So as you guys can see, he is in Nigeria. Before anybody else jumps on, I want to say that there are bad people everywhere. There are bad African American, they are bad them, and there are bad Ghanaians, bad Tanzanians. There's always going to be bad people among, but then that doesn't mean that you should just close the door to those people and have the negative idea of them. I don't blame you. I'm not going to throw my money out there to just anybody, but you got to find the right people. And it's like, how am I going to know you're the right person? I always tell people, if you're going to invest into somebody, you need to invest with somebody who is an African who lives in the US. That way, if they try to steal your money, they won't even, because they know they can't come back to America again. You know what I'm saying? If they have to steal your money. But we are going to be providing you guys, a business investment opportunities, because we have a lot of projects that we are working on. So, and we do have a business that we have opened in the US, so you can know that if we swindle you, we'll be in trouble, just so to give you a peace of mind. But don't go trusting anybody, because I don't want anybody to come and call me and say, hey, Black Queen, you say we should trust, and then now you don't have your million. Please, I beg you, don't try it. I don't have a million to give back to you. Okay, so thank you for that, Terence. Hey, I'm protecting myself. This is America, you always have to protect yourself before somebody comes and sue me that I told them to go and give some money to somebody. You just have to find the right people. You know what I'm saying? But the
Yeah.
business opportunity is there. You guys cannot afford. You cannot afford not to make some of this money. We have the gold. We have the diamond. We have what? Limestone. We have oil. We have.
I want to say.
You don't even understand salt, cocoa.
I want I
Go
want to
ahead.
kind of I want to kind of say that the brother on the video was correct, but we need to address the elephant in the room with us coming to Africa or yeah, we need to build up, yeah, we need to protect the resources, but we have to not every continental African has this understanding. So if we come over there in droves or in mass or in like numbers, then the resources, if it starts coming to us, then that's when it's all about the resources. That's why this delineation is and separation is happening in the states. When we thought we was going to get reparations, we didn't want continental Africans and Caribbeans to be able to partake, because then it would chop the money down. And so same thing when we go to Africa, we don't want to chop their money. And everybody there, they don't have it like that. And we are coming with US dollars, so already they think we're rich. Now the currency is changing very fast. We don't know what's going on. So as we are coming, we don't want to be like, you know, the host to a lot of parasites in a sense of we have and they don't. We can't come over there and save everybody. At the same time, we are coming for something for ourselves as well. So
Okay.
yeah, we have to balance this thing to where we are not the saviors, and Africa isn't coming to like heal us from trauma of slavery. We got to get off of that, because that's what I really think is going on. It's the imperialists and the capitalists that is doing everything to us.
Mm.
Before anybody responds, since I'm the host, I will just say I hear you very loudly and clearly. And like I'm saying, you don't just get up and go to Africa. That's the mistakes that a lot of people have been making. Like I cannot come from Ghana and just not know where I'm going. And let's say I end up in a hood somewhere in Arkansas or whatever. What's gonna happen to me? Eddie Murphy movie. You know what I'm saying? So you as an African American, yes, it is your home, but you don't just get up and just I'm going to Ghana. You know what I'm saying? And for the sisters who maybe they fall in love with somebody and they just pack up and go, I still don't even advise that, because you don't really know the guy that well, right? We all have to something they call common sense. You have to. I guess in America they say intuition. But my sister used to tell me that is common sense. When he's telling you what you are doing is not right and you still do it. So what I want to say is that Africa is good for African Americans. It's good for Africans. We want some of us, of course, we want to go back. We have problems. That is why. But I also want to talk to the Africans who are watching. You hear what he said. Oh. When the brothers come over there, stop begging them, stop begging them, stop begging them. It doesn't make them feel good. It doesn't make them feel at home. I know that you need things, but think about it this way. You got to let them feel at home so that we can work together. And I know some of you are going through a lot. Maybe you don't have 3 meals a day or whatever. Hey, I'm in America. Sometimes I only get 2 meals a day because not that I'm watching my weight anyway. It's just that food is expensive now, okay? But anyway, so that's that. So I will work on it. And my team, the diasporans the continental Africans that I work with, Adam is here, Terrence is here, we will make sure that none of those bad feelings come. We will put ourselves on the line because, like I said, we are the barriers because we know what African Americans have been through here. And so when they come home, we've been here, we've seen it. That's what I'm saying. So we are the type of people who can help you. So don't just go. We do things orderly. We take you guys as a group home. We're about to take some warriors from there. We take some black brothers home so that we can, pacify their spirits because we see them coming back as warriors who have been victorious. And what happens when the warriors come home? We celebrate. We do spiritual cleansing to cleanse them. So by the way, if you're a brother out there and you're interested in this warriors, welcoming of the warriors trip that will be coming January, February 2026. Holla. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So who wants to jump in? Who wants to jump in and talk about the video that we just saw? We have 2 more videos, so let's try to share something about it.
Okay. Okay, I just want to say something a little. Can I?
Yes, yes please.
Okay,
Adam,
thank
go.
you. First of all, sir. All right.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, I want to make just a three comment, and I think it's going to be a great thing for everyone. Number one, there is no one you will go to his house that doesn't have a plate or a cup that is used for drinking water or a plate to eat. So there is no country you go to that doesn't have its own bad effect. So when it comes to now, I just want to chip in on Torrent from Nigerian. When it comes to country called Nigerian, they are, in a population where you find up to a billion, I think so, maybe up to a billion, but they'll tell you it's millions. So, and people are trying to find a way to survive. So they every day by day, they do a lot of things just to find a meal. And that has bring a chaos on the name. I mean, a stain on the name that it's going to be removed very soon. Because if you take a look at it, that so-called Nigerian, I've heard in history for so many years, several times, that they feed 9 African countries, and they survive through that country to today. So if anyone want to point the wrong finger, not to any African country, this chaos came from the colonialisms. And the impression in the art of the people have become so industrious in terms of vanity things, like a worldly thing. So everybody trying to make a hay. That's why the Nigerians have been having a lot of problems. Although my mom's come from there, she's a Yoruba, and I've stayed there for a while before I came back home too. So I realized that the guy who spoke in the video was trying to also give us a sign. I mean, a lecture on what they are facing over there and what we don't know about there. Because I got a lot of brothers in Germany, in Holland, Switzerland, and I don't ask them money because I've been there. I saw the hell they go through before they get money.
You were
They
here, you
program
ran away
everything.
fast because you couldn't handle the prison.
Oh my God, it's like a robot. So what I'm saying, that is my first comment. The second one is that we should look into it this way: that anyone coming down to Africa should have a plan, and that plan should be throwing forward, just like a hook, just like you're trying to catch a fish. You have to put what are they calling, worms on the hook and throw it into the water. So then you expect a fish. But if you don't, and you just jump into the sea and you want to go and catch a fish, then you have to be a very good swimmer. Is that I don't know if I'm making a sense. Like what I'm saying is that if you have a problem,
my mother would say, "Oh, a big food."
So it is, and
I said it
Africa
for
is
you.
waiting for everybody. Oh, African is waiting for everybody, but it depends on what do you have to offer. Is what you have to offer, they will embrace you with. Like our brothers in the house, which is King Marcus. They gave him a crown. They say he's a king of diaspora in Ghana. And we all celebrate. We are happy. We visited some places. And I said, people walk on the street, called him and gave him a gift. And he said, wow. But what I have about Africa is different. I said, look, it depends on the area you go and it depends on people you meet. But if you have a good and positive energy, definitely everywhere you go, you're going to be receiving positive people. But if you have a mindset in your mind coming down to Africa that is negative, that they are African, this country is bad, that country is bad. Look, civilization they brought to us is not a civilization. It's not even what are they calling it? It's a second slavery. So it make everybody be in chaos of finding. It make everybody in chaos finding a food. It make everybody in chaos finding a food. 3 square meal is difficult. So imagine that kind of a life when you can't even buy a soap to wash your clothes, and you want to be a good guy, and you see your younger brothers in your TV, pop daddy, this daddy making money, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make it this money. I'm gonna do all my best. So they develop interest in money than even respect and protection and unity and love. That is what brought problem to Africans. So that's all I have to say. Our brother in video, I really appreciate him. He's a good guy, and I love what he said. I have the experience. So I believe God bless everyone. Thank you.
Adam, well said, my brother. So I know Baba has a lot to say about this. So Baba, I'm gonna come to you, and then I'll go to Miss Sherry, And then Brother Marcus, is it late over there? Are you sleeping on me or are you freezing? Which one is it?
I'm sitting here just
No, it's
enjoying
King
the
Marcus.
You're a
conversation.
It's
soldier.
King
You're a
Marcus.
soldier. You cannot be
I'm
sleeping.
I'm meditating on
Hello,
what you
it's King
contemplate.
Marcus.
Yeah. So Baba,
Yeah.
Hello,
are you
it's
able to
King
see, are
Marcus.
you able to talk, Baba?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so Adam, let Baba go real quick here. He has a lot to say about this topic, I know. So let's do it. And then Miss Sherry, you'll be next, okay?
Um,
All right.
I'll just start off by saying the continuation of what they were speaking on a minute ago, as far as you got good people in every place, you got bad people in every place. You know,
Oh yeah.
Nigeria, for instance, you know, you got the scammer boys. You know, you got all of that going on, just like in America. You got the hustlers on the streets that's selling the drugs and all of these things as well. In our saying over
Mm.
here in America, we say there's a big difference between black people and niggas. All right. So yeah, there's a difference between the two. But in regards to people that are coming to the continent, I think the big thing that goes on is a lot of people are going to the African continent. A lot of African Americans and people from the diaspora that are going to the continent. The thing is it really is a serious spiritual journey
Mm.
for us. Okay. And the thing about it is we don't we don't have the time, we don't have the resource, we don't have the yeah, we can't sit back and act like we can move on a spiritual journey. You got a lot of African Americans that are going there and they haven't even set themselves up financially to go there yet. And the thing about the difference between the African continent and the American continent is America was built up off of slavery, right? The definition of slavery is when your last name works for somebody else's last name. A lot of people get the misconception just because we talk about chains and whips, right? But
Mm.
that's not what slavery is. So America is built off of slave culture, right? But the African continent is about entrepreneurship. The people don't survive unless they build their own businesses. If you're working for somebody else, you're going to get pennies to try to survive on, right? The only way you really build in Africa is if your family works together and builds business, right? Or you yourself save up everything you can to build a business. So when African Americans and the people from the diaspora are going to Africa, they need to stop thinking in the Western slavery mindset and thinking that they're going to come to Africa and get a job. You're not going to get a job. People there are leaving because they can't get a job.
Right.
So you got to stop coming to Africa, you know, thinking that, you know what, this spiritual journey that I'm on is going to be enough and I'll just figure it out from there. No, you are not going to figure it out from there. You're going to wind up sitting there in the corner somewhere broke. That's what's going to happen. And on top of that, you are already in the diaspora. It's your job as a black person on the planet to be able to create something enough to when you make that transition over to Africa that you're going there to create jobs. That's what you're supposed to be going there for. You're supposed to be going there to create jobs or partnering with people to help businesses get off the ground. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And I understand that we want to go over there on a spiritual journey. It's messed up that we've been through 400 years of what we've been through over here, and we can't go back to the continent on a spiritual journey. You can go
Mm.
on a spiritual journey, but after you build yourself as a business, after you've established yourself, after you've got on your 1-2 and handled your business first. Once you've done that, now you could say, you know what? Let me go to Amini Castle and go to where the slaves left and the door returned and you know, go check out the castles and all of these things and the dungeons and all of these stuff. We can't go over it's messed up because Africans, a lot of that's another thing is Africans aren't taught our history in the schools. The history was, I mean, the school education system over there was set up by Europeans. They're not going to teach them, that, you know, and then on top of that, they have to pay for school. They don't got time to go to pay to go to school to learn about African American history. They're trying to go to school to figure out something that they can do so that they can build for their family. So when we go over there and we're like expecting, oh, they know what we've been through. Guess what? They don't. As a matter of fact, I've talked with enough Africans to know that a lot of them barely even know their own history. Okay? I teach people in Africa things about Africa on a regular basis. They don't have time to even dig into their own history. They're too busy trying to build and get themselves into a better situation for their families and make things happen. After they it's messed up because they should be able to go through a spiritual journey of learning their history. We should be able to go through a spiritual journey of learning our history from there. Neither one of us have the time. We have to build first.
Yeah, who is it?
We have to build first. You get what I'm saying? We have to come together and both use our hustle to build first. That's the only way we're going to be able to make something happen on the African continent. So
Okay,
that's
Pastor, I know you
what
have
I
a
wanted to say.
lot to say. You always bring it. I mean,
Oh.
you are so right. And I want to just, Miss Sherry, I want to let you go first before I come in with my points, okay, or my comments.
Well, you know, I have a different way of seeing everything. The gentleman made some very valid points. It warmed my heart for me to hear him speak about things that many in Africa are unaware of. What I think that Africa, I think the opportunity in Africa is for people to look at themselves in the mirror, to stop everything and recognize their magnificence.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that.
When we begin, I mean, when we begin to embrace our magnificence that the whole world knows of, the whole world is happy that we are unaware of these things.
Yeah.
Then we get to live in this paradigm where we have people thinking, I've got to pay the bills first, and then I can work on freedom. No, I think the opposite. I think it's time for us to fall in love with ourselves where we are right now, as imperfect as we can be. For example, my hair is a wreck. But I've decided I'm going through a great transition right now. And what if I just decide to love myself in my imperfect way? What if I just decide, oh, you want to get married, you have to look this certain way. Well, guess what? When you're in the middle of hell, keep going. Everything starts in the mind. So what if I just give myself grace, fall in love with myself, with my imperfect self, and go from there? And that is the same thing that I feel that Africa is. Our men are not looking at themselves as powerful warriors. I watch a social media influencer by the name of Very Dark Black Man.
Yeah.
And I've donated to his cause. I see him as a force for good. But when I watched a video of him yesterday saying, government, I beg you to help us. I beg you to help us stop the unalivings of our people. It turned my stomach because I said, this is a Black example of magnificence, and warriors don't beg anybody for anything ever. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. It's time for us to wake up to our magnificence, because when we do that, the next thing is, hey, let's work on these challenges together.
Yeah.
And so that was very, very awesome. Oh, sorry, are you done?
And so that's what I have. We don't, once we wake up to awaken to our magnificence, everything falls into place.
Oh yeah.
So,
and
Dr. Terry,
the Western world has put some juju on all of us, all over the world. Black people run around trying to pay bills as we exist, the first, the best, but in last place. Being so seduced that we don't even, people are hungry, but they won't go and put seeds on the ground in the place where I heard somebody say the teachers used to tell us in school, do not throw orange seeds on the ground, because if you do, a tree is going to grow and you're going to have 300 oranges. So we have people in this day and age that are not critically thinking, that are in Africa, that are in America as well. And it's time for us to wake up to magnificence so that we can begin to critically think and problem solve. If 90% of the university graduates in Africa graduate to unemployment, why are we still going to university? And then let's wake up. People are breaking themselves in two for school fees, but we're not, the education we're getting all over the globe doesn't transform us. So what is the use of it? Just walking around, I've got a title, I've got a title. Well, guess what? It's for the birds. It's for the birds. Okay? So that's my story. And
she brings fire. She brings fire. See, I just want to say this. All the viewpoints are needed. Life is a journey. So where your journey is, somebody may not have reached there. Then let me just tell you, Dr. Sherry, after I got my PhD and I went to Ghana and I was like, yeah, I got to enlighten people. We didn't even know this. I wouldn't know our brothers was going through this one. And I was fired up. And I went there and I was sit and I'll talk to them and they look at me like, you are so crazy. They didn't hear anything I said because their stomach was making noise. It's very easy for you to say when you already have somewhere to live and all those things. But when the people are in the midst of it and they have babies who are crying because they are not eating, trust me, you don't hear anything about the magnificence of who you are. You don't even get 1 minute to think about how magnificent you are. So I applaud you and I'm so happy that you are on that journey. I love it when you talk like that because you inspire us, right? There's hope for the future, right? So we are all working towards there. But I think our people are back home. If you go and say this thing, they'll say, Madam, stop saying this nonsense. I beg, where is the food? So people are hungry. They need, like what you are talking practicality too. We're going to grow the foods and we are going to do that. But we are all needed. So I just wanted to say thank you for where you are in your journey. I think I've been there, but then I had to come back because I had to come back and get my people because they are too hungry to think about what I'm thinking about. Okay.
Right. And as a chiropractor, one of the things I learned was no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care.
It may be good in America and Western thoughts, but I don't think that is good in our thoughts because it goes together.
I don't think
know and care, it goes together, to be honest.
I understood what I said.
Oh, we do. People I do.
Not care how much you know, how smart you think you are, how you think you can help them until they know how much you care about them. So the things that I'm going to say, the conversations that I have will be dependent upon the person that I'm sitting in front of.
Well, let me ask one question, like, because Africa is a big continent, there's many people, and we know that the scarcity is causing the behavior. You know, when you are in a certain environment, you don't behave a certain way because you won't survive in that environment. You adjust yourself in different environments. Like when an African man comes to America, he adjusts. When an American man comes to Africa, he adjusts. What we are seeing on the continent is plenty resources under the ground being extracted and sent abroad while the people them are starving. Is this what I'm seeing? Or is everybody seeing the same thing? Let's just start right there.
Yes, you that's it.
So if we
that may well, that is, I understand that that's true.
Okay, however, that's the starting point. That's the starting point.
Yes, but what we have to realize is that we are the only ones that are going to help we have to work together. And we are the only ones that will get us out of this mess or this opportunity. We actually, okay, we have to work together. We have to recognize nobody's saying to be harsh or cruel, but the truth, you know, there is a way to deliver every message. And so One of the things that mystifies me is that the West, especially the United States, was set up by psychologists. The psychologists that were doing all the bad, evil things in Germany against the Jewish people, they all got shipped down to Argentina. Probably 14 of those people went to jail or faced any ramifications. They all were transported to Argentina. From Argentina, they came to the United States. They had all of this technology, this psychological wherewithal to figure out, how do we do a war without guns and bullets? How do we hack into the consciousness of people to make them do what we want and make them be happy about it? So now,
let me come in real quickly, because I think you are jumping to the end of the the show, because we're talking about solutions. Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end, hold on to those solutions, because we were discussing what the problem has been, which is we never sat down at the same table to talk.
We are not. We are not, or the problem, listen, okay, I got no problem passing the peace pipe. I have no problem passing the peace pipe around to everybody and acting like kumbaya, okay? But what I got to say is this. We are still in the same place that Malcolm X was talking about. It is time to organize. Yeah. All of this kumbaya and we need the love and da. Listen, we already got love. The love is not hard to have. The love comes after the duty and the principles and organization. Then we got time to sit back and have a peace pipe and enjoy all of this. Listen, we already know we awesome. There is nothing that has been made in America that wasn't made by black people. And when I say black people, I'm not just talking about African Americans. I'm talking about the African Americans here that built everything and created everything, and the Africans that they've been sending for, that's been going to those universities, that have been coming over here and building things here in America as well. They have been taking everything from us. Our problem is that we are not organizing. We are not building together and organizing. We already know we awesome. We are the most influential people on the planet. The whole world follows us. How we don't know that we're awesome already? Like, it doesn't make any sense. The problem is we are not coming together and building anything. Just like I said, the armies, every single army force around the whole entire globe has what? Black people in it. The crazy thing is we have already infiltrated these people. But we're too busy sitting here on this feeling stuff. We need to organize. We've already infiltrated these people. In every nation on the planet, there's black people sitting by the button. There's black people sitting with their guns out. There's black people sitting in high position as judges. There's black people sitting in corporate America all over the place. We have already infiltrated these people. So all of this talk about kumbaya and all of this stuff, it means nothing. It means nothing until we come together and actually organize and get militant about this. Like, everything is there in our hands. We got resources there. Like I always say, nothing should leave Africa without leaving a black hand.
Nothing. I agree wholeheartedly. What we are suffering from is a lack of willingness to talk about money in a practical, direct way. So the people that, a beggar, he doesn't have any more shame about his movements. He doesn't have any a hungry man, he will do anything for that food in his stomach. So you think you're gonna get morality out of this dude, or some unity out of this man, or some productivity out of this man? He can't think straight while he's starving.
Agreed.
Yeah,
you cannot get.
He can't do it. No, so let me land.
No, go ahead,
what
bro.
I want to say is we have a whole continent where the majority, not the minority, it's not just a couple or one or two. The majority of the people is below the poverty line. We are coming into shark-infested waters. These sharks have not eaten yet, and you're looking like a plate of food. Every issue that we have amongst ourselves is the lack of resources. If I take one piece of meat and throw it in a dog pen or a pig pen, those pigs will fight over that piece of meat until it's gone, or to everybody's dead. We know this. This is human behavior.
You're adding to my point.
This is natural, and yeah, we agree, Baba. Everything is on. We agree Totally. But without talking about the money and without integrating the money with Africans on the continent and Africans in the diaspora, we are wasting our time here. That's all I want to say.
All right. So just so we hear some different voices, Brother Marcus, this man has found some jollof and chicken. I can tell. He's eating. Are you eating jollof?
Yeah, I'm into it all.
Oh my goodness, you are terrible. I'm starving over here. Okay, so I guess we'll leave you alone. Finish chewing.
Oh no.
Terrence, you can
Okay.
talk.
Yeah,
Terrence,
sure.
or yeah, if you can talk, please do. Please chime in a little bit. Okay, Marcus.
I was gonna say, like, I like everybody. I think everybody's in the same direction. That the key thing organization is leadership, and like that's one thing that we all have to realize, that it's all, if we're talking about it, then it's all of our responsibility also to create a plan of action, the things that we want to see in order to actually invest those around us, and just coming up with ideas, but also coming up with actionable solutions and putting everything into play, and to see how far we can actually take this. If that makes
White people don't like each other, and they still building. White people
right.
don't have no leader, and they're still building. It's the matter of having an idea that we are all supposed to work together, no matter what our differences are, to put ourselves up on a higher level. No matter what you're thinking of yourself as far as emotionally, your emotions have nothing to do with business and with building your people up. It's the matter of us coming together and having a pure idea, like, listen, we have to build together and work together. We don't have to get along to do that. All of them white people don't get along. As a matter of fact, when we are absent, they are killing each other. Okay? They need somebody in the field for them to move and operate, for them not even to kill each other. And they still getting themselves on top. They are only 7% of the population on the earth, and they are controlling 90% of the damn earth.
Okay.
We got to organize, and we got to have a straight. We have to have a straight mind on what we're doing together. That's it. Create jobs.
I'm excited already. I'm not even worried because Marcus is there, and I know when Baba touched the ground, and I know when Tyra is on the ground, and I know Adam came to Europe and ran away because he cannot take the slavery. So he's gonna make sure that he's working well with you guys so that he doesn't have to travel out. Terrence is ready. That man is got you in Nigeria. So this is not the whole team. We have a lot of people. We're working with a group of chiefs on the ground, and I'm telling you, we are doing something. So if you're Black, like I keep saying, get excited, get happy, because life is about to change, you know. And Terry is right. When we have so much overflowing bread, I think everybody can afford to just take a bread and go sit in their corner and eat and smile. So for now, Black people around the world, care where you are, I need you. Even if you don't need me, I don't care. I need you. And by force, you must join. Because what Baba is trying to tell us is that we are still in a battle. We are not finished. There's no time for kumbaya. We can't afford to be kumbaya right now, right? But if you're already there, you want to kumbaya, okay, throw the money down. We will take the money and we will do the work, all right? So let me go to the next video and then we can comment on it, okay? And next time, Adam and Terrence will start first because they didn't get to talk much this round. But I love it, you guys. Anyway, continue the talking. If anybody has a point, I'm going to share the video in just a minute. Our video will be the number 3 video. Number 3, here it is. You shouldn't be too quiet, guys. I know you have a lot to say, so keep up with the talking. So, King Marcus, you're on the ground, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you've already seen some things that, you know, and I want us to work together. I mean, nobody should, I mean, Black Americans and Africans on the continent, none of us are better than the other one because we are the same people. We are a lineage, right? We are all coming from the same ancestor. Okay, why
Right.
is this thing not playing for me, guys? I don't know why. Sorry.
Okay. I realize it better. Hello?
Okay. All right, I think I got it now. Do you guys see my screen or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Let me try one more time here. Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Oh, it's coming.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, we have okay.
Go. Happened. Okay, somebody talk. I don't know what's happened again. I had it.
Cheme, nyeme, sonloi kemambi fe mi banye de umanye. Joseph Hammond Foundation ne. Wonpe nye kemba woche. Woni. Ke woni kansowa W01 Joseph Ashite Hammond. Afi oha bijron yeli hesole wo. Ke hina bua mo ye ma wenyo. Beniji yongmenyo ke numono. Nife mone baba no ye bema kam bema ho soha lebi meji nehu ke yashi shwane meji nyoma ke enyo wonpe mambi fe na gadangwe wo ble makakan loy ni tebe matawi ni jie kenkle ke no ni jie nyo no atemo ko mepe ni ehwe ye wo shipon neno la keteshin kakan lo efe ni te amefe amechon ehie kete hemeji abo mi jemo nye fe nye ba ni wo ke wo keshida nisa abahale gadangwe ablade abi nyeba ni nyeba fata mi she gwabo nehe ni woke wo ni sa aha woche woni ke woni kanso wa W01 Joseph Ashite Hammond afi papa afi drum omanye shida ke ha Yehowa akeshin wo fe wona ohemi she ne kengbine ni wo ba fata ohe no na be baba o no nye no tashin no chon woni no chose wo kenon no le kenon no kase try ni o manyaba.
You know W.E.B. Du Bois? Do you know where he died? Died in Ghana, was buried in Ghana, and Nkrumah built a center for Pan-African studies. He came to Africa, the first black PhD holder from Harvard, W.E.B. He came to Ghana, Africa, to tell us that our best way is to be Pan-Africanist. We listened to him. We didn't tell him, who are you to come from the United States and tell us what to do? There's a guy called Kwame Ture. He was formerly called Stokely Carmichael. He's the one who came up with Black Power, Black Power. Do you know where he is right now? In Guinea, in Africa, with pistols on his hip. When you go into my comments, African Americans are saying, I don't know anything about them. Hear me. Know you, the African Americans, more than you know yourself. Why? Because I am coming from the place where they brought you from. So when I got here and I looked at you, I see too much of us in you, and that's why we stay away from you.
Okay. Whew, that was a lot, guys. That was a lot to unload. So whoever wants to get going, please feel free.
That was crazy.
That was, man, thanks to Baba. Baba, I don't know how Baba gets these videos. Tari was really giving to me too, but these days he slowed down a little bit. But this one is all credits to Baba. It's this amazing video. So let's get into it, guys.
Yeah, I've been watching Dr. Zano for some time now, and he really has a different way of thinking and processing information. So I've been like listening to him, and he really drops a lot of science. One thing he said in this video about like them watching us and us influencing the continent is very true. Only thing is, like we say, like they are seeing us in the highest achievement form. They don't know everybody is not living like this in the States or in abroad.
Yeah,
And
they
just
don't
like
know. They don't
right.
know what we're what we really go through in America.
They really don't see the ins and outs of how our life is on the ground. They're getting the TV image and the music and the propaganda. So when we come physically in real time, that's the I hear a lot of people in Ghana using the N word, and it doesn't sit right with me. But I think that's just our influence. We coming over there in such masses that we are influencing the culture to the degree that they saying the N word. And to
Yeah.
me personally, I get it and I appreciate it, but what it gotta boil down to is, do we come over there and do we enjoy the gold and the lithium and the diamonds and everything? Or are we
But
supposed to come over
bro,
there and just submerge
bro,
ourselves into the culture that's already there and
bro,
just
they
play a
want you to come
role?
over here and be a part of the gold and the lithium and all that shit. They
We need
want
What's
you.
if
that?
we gonna get
Okay, hold on a
we
second.
need to get our
I'm not.
hands on the lithium.
Yeah, Tyree has the floor. Let him finish. So because I'm having a hard time knowing the point. So when he finishes, I'm coming to you, King
Yeah,
Marcus. Okay,
I just
Tyree, go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm a land.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say our influence on the continent is coming from a celebrity uh portrayal. When we
Right.
control the narrative ourselves on the ground, in person, talking in person with continental Africans like me, talking with the Ghanaian chiefs and the politicians and them, all I'm saying is that they are seeing us as a cash cow, and that causes us to retreat instead of engaging more deeply. And if we can engage as a long lost brother, like the prodigal son, then we can have a more mutual, beneficial relationship with the diaspora and the Africans on the continent. If we are coming in and we are just supposed to infuse the continent with resources and not benefit and not engage to a degree of, because that's what I'm seeing, brothers that come from Africa to the States. They're getting the resources. They get like the last video said, they getting jobs, they getting loan, they getting so they coming up here and saying like, what are y'all doing? Y'all been just sitting over here all this time not enjoying. So this is the malfunction that we are coming into. We don't want to say that, hey, uh the brothers on the continent are not enjoying the resources. You don't got no gold. You in Ghana. You ain't got no oil. You in Nigeria. You ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? We don't come like that because we understand that the international corporations are extracting the resource. But when they come to the states or to diaspora, they are given an upper hand to replace us in certain, because we, like the man said, we are citizens, so we have a claim to the stuff. So they'll undercut us, which African people they have in their mind money over, and they just focus on money. So if the oppressor offers them some money, they'll undercut any movements that we got going on, and that's the malfunction that we keep coming in contact with, which is a clash, and we got to address the clash so we can move forward.
Ooh, well said, man. I love that for real. And I'm actually gonna dedicate the next. We started a little late, so we can go a little late. For our viewers, forgive me. This is important stuff that we have to talk about. I really want to pause here, and I want us to talk about that because that has been the point of contention. Okay, there was a video that I think we did it together over here, where a Black American, no, African woman was really, really saying, okay, we are not African Americans. We should get it straight. They are not the same as us because we African mothers, we love our children and we raise our children and we did this and we did this. And it was very negative. Okay. Now, I think, like the man is saying, we can talk to each other, but not in such accusatory manner. And exactly the truth of the matter is that a lot of Africans, even some Africans who live here, they have no idea what African Americans have gone through. They don't. If you don't really go the educational part, there is no way these things comes your way. Because I'm telling the truth. Some of the things that I read about and I heard about America about slaves, I said, what? They use slave skins. Oh my God! They it's like they bred them like animal. It's like, because most of us, we don't understand. So I want, anytime that we feel like, oh, these people are lazy. That's what they were telling us though, because they always show you guys having a good time. No work, Nothing, just, the booze and the smoking and the yo-yo and all that stuff. So that's what they see. And then when we come here, we think, oh, some parents, African parents say, hey, when you go, stay away from them, that kind of thing. And even a refugee told me that when she was coming to America, at the refugee camp, they told them, when you go, stay away from Black Americans. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? So we Africans, it's time we step back. We have to really, really try to feel what our brothers and sisters have gone through in this culture. For me, that does not excuse what is going on, because I do feel like, yes, there's been trauma and there's all those things, but I need the sisters to sit with me face to face. So I can tell you that you were a queen. You were not out there just giving it up to any guy, just anyhow, and becoming a mother of 5 babies with no responsible man around. That's just, I'm trying to get them. Sometimes you have to retrace your steps. It's not an insult. So for the sisters and the brothers, when I say something, don't mistake my care, my caring for criticism. I am not criticizing you, but I care. So I'm trying to help you, maybe get some of your sankofa is what we call it. Well, when you go forward to a point and you look back and like, this where I'm going is not good, you gotta go back. Don't be too ashamed to go back, right? So that's what I'm talking about. My brothers and sisters in the diaspora, sankofa, come back and pick the good things that we have in our cultures. That is also your culture, okay? So I'm gonna stop now. I do want us to talk about that so everybody can contribute in terms of what's going on, how we are perceiving each other, because that's really what this particular show is about. You know what I'm saying? How we are perceiving each other, and most of it is not true. It's based on myth that they, YT put out there, that this is this, to keep us away from each other. If we are working together, they cannot get the gold. If we are working together, they cannot have access to our diamond, not access to the limestone, no access to the oil. So if you were them, what will you do? It's a very good strategy. Keep them away from each other with lies and myth, so that they will never meet and we'll continue to enjoy. But guess what? We are on to you guys. So now, things are about to change. Okay, anybody? Oh, Baba, your hand's up. So go ahead, please.
I just want to add on to what bro was just saying in regards to resource. I don't think either side is benefiting what we can be benefiting off of the resources. Yes, Africa has the resources under the ground. The diaspora has the resources of the jobs in these other continents with the more greater where the dollar and the euro, where their dollar is stronger, where the resource is stronger. The thing that Africans need to understand is African Americans created the civil rights movement that fought for every African and Black person across the whole entire globe. And this is the reason why Africans can come to America and get a job and all these stuff. And they got to understand, I will say this again, I've said it before, you got to understand, your job that you get in America is a Black job. It is not an African job, it's a Black job. Okay, so these is our resources. Anytime that you got Africans that come to America, you are tapping into our resource. So when African Americans are coming to the continent, we need to be able to tap into your resource. And together, if we actually, like I said, we need strategy and we need to learn how to work together because, all right, in some African countries, if an African American goes to that country, a lot of times we have to partner with an African in order to build a business. But when you come over here to America, you're able to just undercut us and go jump right into a job. You're able to undercut us and jump right into starting yourself a business. Take this into account. Imagine if every African that has come since the civil rights movement had to come to America and partner up with an African American and build a business. Do you know what kind of resource we would have here in America if we teamed up like that? Do you know what kind of resource we'd have if you stop forgetting about the people back home that got the farm at home? Y'all never had the money to really invest into that farm, but you're over here working the job and you fall right into the American economic system, and now you're paying all these bills and get yourself in all these debts and all of this stuff when we could have been building together and investing in that resource back home and have that money flowing back and forth. Do you know how far we could come? This is why I say we have to organize, we have to strategize, we have to work together, we have to build. I wish Africans would come over here and actually say, you know what? If I'm going to start a business, maybe I should link with an African American to build a business. And when we come over there, we do the same things. Imagine if we made that cool. Imagine if we made that the standard. We would grow into something like tremendous. You think we got African Americans have trillions of dollars of spending power. Imagine what African Americans and Africans have for spending power in America and how much that could be building on the continent.
Okay,
I'm
Baba,
just
thank you
saying
so
we need to
much. You
strategize.
always have good points, you know. Like I said, we can stay here all day. So let me give somebody else a chance. But what you have said, everything is right on. So that's what this show is all about. Because a lot of people there, they are still thinking we don't like each other. Hey, we love each other. I'm throwing you kisses. I mean, we love each other. But now we got to come together with our resources. So, Mr. Marcos, what is your contribution?
Okay. I like what brother Baba was talking about, you know, because that's the key thing. But in order to create any kind of strategy or any kind of execute any type of plan or anything of that nature, the leadership is there. You know, even if nobody says, okay, this person is the leader, when it comes to leadership, it's like everybody's job. You know, all the things. So, you know, so basically this is a spark of the meeting of the minds, where we are beginning like a Congress, if you will, or a town hall meeting to actually share the ideas. Once the ideas are on the table, then we start to implement strategies in order to make sure that those things manifest. Like how he was talking about um the resources, like the African Americans. If I had took a note of that myself, that if we traded places, if the Ghanas, if the Ghanaians traded places with the African Americans trade places with the Ghanaians, then that would actually be a very beneficial situation, because Ghanaians don't have the disdain of an African American, you know, where we've been terrorized, and have and our DNA has these memories of all of this the victimhood that is created in our minds. When we're released of that, and Ghana kind of release you of that, because you then connect back to who you are as a person. It's a good place for healing. And then in the Ghanaian, when they come into the American culture, they don't think nothing but like to work extremely hard. I say, like, you know, like I thought Mexicans work hard, but Ghanaians work extremely hard. But if they go in there with that mindset, and they will totally just force America into a whole different mind frame, and the brotherhood that they have for each other and for other people. But I mean, not just for each other. The brotherhood and sisterhood that they have, the heart that they have, a very real sense of family. I know that I've been able to feel since I've been here, and I know that would help the minds heal in America also with those things. But when it comes to us just doing trade back and forth, that really just starts with having the ability to do this. You know, I'm from the hood. I know a lot of people might want to do those things coming from the being black in America, but they can't really afford to do it. I'm seeing both of the people are in the same type of trap. So like here, I go to the hood here and I see that the people are not like necessarily broke. you know, they're on a whole different level of richness when it comes to accepting who they are. But from the American eye, from the American eye, we think we seeing people living in poverty, but we don't understand that these people are living in their natural element. They're one with their natural element. It's not like how us in America, you gotta have a coat to survive the winter, right? Here, you don't have to have a coat, period. You see what I'm saying? And the person might not have that, does not mean that they like, but in America, they take that and they paint that and portray that towards us as a person with less than what we have. And really, we don't understand as Black Americans the empire of America that we built and how we have the power to take that power anywhere in the world. We can mobilize that power anywhere in the world because we are the mobilizers. We are the ones that have the power and been having the power ever since. We're just being trained to think less of ourselves. When we come, but here, like when you come to a place like Ghana and you come up with an idea and people are so into your ideas, they so supportive, they want to help you get to your goal faster. In America, we so used to slitting
Sorry,
each
sir,
other's throats.
30 more seconds to
Oh
land.
yeah. Okay. So in the box, everybody has great points. And moving forward, now we just build a leadership so then we can start strategizing the ideas that manifest. That's it. Let's get it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. You said a lot of important things. But I mean, honestly, when we start to control our gold, the goal is that we are going to bust in some Africans just to come and check out the pressure. Then we're going to bust in some, people from the hood and stuff like that, so that we need to begin to sit at the table and understand each other. So this is the beginning of that, right? So I just want to say again, Black people, wherever you are right now, civil rights movement, yes, was started by the Blacks over here, but if you read the history, you understand that everywhere in Africa, they contributed. Marcus Garvey was not born in America. He was born in Jamaica. And he was very, very active in the civil rights movement. And a lot of other countries put pressure on, America to release, because America was trying to go and say, oh, Britain, you are doing this to people. And people are like, wait a minute, you also have slaves that you are mistreating. So who are you to talk? So the whole Black world, you know what I'm saying? We work together. Du Bois, like you said, he came to Ghana. He followed Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah was here in America getting education, and he met up with Du Bois. And that's how they fought, and, they worked together. You know what I'm saying? So we saying, I'm this and I'm this, I'm this, so we can't work together. Honestly, that is a very, very selfish idea, because people have lost blood. People have been killed. People have been mistreated, all so that we can get to this point. And now that we got to this point, we're like, okay, no, I don't like you. Oh, no, I don't like you. You are this and you are this. And come on, please, 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 please. It makes me it hurts me when I see you don't like me, I don't like you. And when I went to a chat room, my God, this is just a little story, but I went to a chat room in my big mouth. I went and I spoke about, the baby mama stuff and all those things. And Jai, one woman wanted to chew me. She was insulting me. She called me a fly squatter. And I didn't know that was an insult. I was like, what? If a fly, I was like, if a fly is laying there, you should squat them. The lady was like, no, that's not what she means. She's trying to, I said, oh, really? But I'm just saying, sisters and brothers, somebody has been abusing you. And now, they're not doing it, but we're doing it to ourselves. I'm not saying that the trauma is not there. I'm not saying that the psychology, but at least look at those of us who are coming from where you came from and understand that you are queens and you are kings. There's no reason why, you should have 6 babies at the age of 22 and all. It's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? We need strong Black babies, but we want them to be strong in the mind. When you do all this baby mama stuff, they don't even have the energy to raise them. Black folks are not like everybody else. So because of this, We have a whole different life experiences. We have to be strong in the mentally. We have to be strong physically. That's why God put us in Africa, because Africa is hot and it's rough, but we make it. So the reason why you raise Black children differently than everybody else is because everybody else is the norm. But whatever a white person is going to get with one effort, a Black person you probably have to put in 10 times the effort. That is the reality of who we are, right? So let me pause. We have a last video. Miss Sherry, I don't know if you want to say something whilst I'm getting the last video on, or Terrence too. So we have a last video to share, and then we'll talk about that one, and then that will be the end of our talk. Oh, yeah. I don't want to share the video. I don't want to share the video. So go ahead, share. I mean, Dr.
Well,
Sherry.
I'm going to just pick up on the last thing that you said, which was if a white person is going to do something, it's one level of effort. And if it's a Black person that's going to do something, it's a much more strenuous effort. Well, that's only because we insist on being in their paradigms. Once we build even if we just built with our families, we wouldn't have to struggle like that. But many of us are brainwashed to think that everything that we are not creators when we are. And that's all.
Yeah, I mean, they had to corrupt your mind for you to believe that you are lesser. I mean, and the truth of the matter, for the diasporans that don't know, we are still dealing with the colonial mind that they are better than us. And this is the part that a lot of African Americans, they don't get it when they go home, because you have done that, you have battled, you're like, no way, you're not stepping over me. But a lot of African countries, the people that they have not even realized that we are being done wrong. You know what I'm saying? So you are going there, Pan-Africanism, because you like, man, I gotta fight. And then you go there and they're like, hey, brother, what are we having? And your energy is like, wait a minute, what's going on here? It is good, but we Africans we need to hear your story so that we can have some of the passion that you have and understand that people have been through something that most people will not have lived through.
And
you know what I'm saying?
The last thing I do have to say this. I think I think you should be very careful about looking at a symptom of a problem and saying, don't express that. So when we are in a situation where if the person has had children in the past year, that's one thing. But if you're talking to people, I see why Black American ladies would feel offended if you are saying, oh, you shouldn't be a baby mother, you have 6 children. Well, guess what? But that's really unfair, because it's not like that person was aware of what was going on. They weren't. A lot of times this is from trauma. And I'm not saying that it is a wise decision, but I was raised in an environment where I could distinguish what made wise, what choices were wise and healthy on a long-term basis versus not. But I think we need to be super careful about, pointing the finger at people who were caught up in they didn't know that this was a design by the federal government. They were unaware. And, they're just trying to cope. They're just trying to deal with their circumstances, and so.
Survival. Thank you so much, Sister Dr. Sherry. You are so right. And again, like I want to say, I do not want my caring to be conceived as criticizing. I am no better than anybody who is a baby mama, but I'm speaking from a place of pain, because I do not like to see what my sisters are going through. And I'll tell you, every situation should be looked at differently. I understand that. So when I speak, I am not speaking to the Black American women who are doing the right things. I am not speaking to them. If you've been victimized to get you to that point. But let's say this. So I get pregnant because, some guy tricked me, lied to me or whatever. I'm having a hard financial problem at home, and then he takes care of me. And now he gets me pregnant, and now I have one child. And that's, I'm dealing with that. I think even that's okay, guy.
You have to be very.
Sorry.
Let
me just finish. Let me finish, and then I'll land, and then you come in. So what I'm saying that we have to try to, at least we have to set example for the younger ones who are coming, because we cannot continue to, it's breaking down the black woman. Go to social media, you see them yelling. One I just showed yesterday was like, hey, I have one 5-year-old and this deadbeat this and he's doing this and he's like this and he won't help me take care of the child. And I'm like, hey, sister, sometimes you gotta look at yourself. You said that we are magnificent, right? But we gotta look at ourselves too. It's not blaming you. It's just saying that once you make that one mistake, be careful. I could have been a baby mama of 10. I have one baby.
What I'm saying is, when I go to Nigeria, Ghana, or wherever, you better be sure that I'm not going to look at generational issues and put my mouth on it, because I have no idea. I mean, I can see with my eyes, but I don't know what's going on. So I got to tread carefully. And these people's country, just like people here need to tread carefully when they're making pronouncements about Black Americans. You have to tread carefully.
Got you. Oh, no, this is the one we just saw already. It's like, am I sharing anything, guys? So I really, really want to respect that and understand what you are saying. But how are we going to change the problem? Are we just going to let it continue? Miss Sherry? Dr. Sherry?
No.
Please tell me, how are we going to work on that?
There's a sensitive way. I mean, I'm going to be very honest.
They could start by listening to their men.
That's all.
Okay.
That's it and everything.
There are certain topics that Africans put their mouths on in the United States. You know, I mean,
let's be real. Go on.
I mean, you have this thing about reparations, and we have Africans talking about this is an internal situation. You have no idea. You cannot be putting your mouth on, and a lot of the Africans are being used because white people know that they can have you say it. If they say it, it's going to be a problem. They're going to lose their job. They're going to be protest. But if you can have somebody in blackface say it, so I'm saying there are certain topics that when I go to Africa, I will never speak on. Never. I will not. I might ask a question, but I will not. I will not tell. I have the audacity to tell these people what I think is right, because it's only right from my vantage point, my culture, my experience. And so I'm saying you have to, pick on, if you want to be of assistance, then find things that are not.
There's a thing called universal logic. I don't care what continent you're from. There's a thing called universal logic. And with universal logic, you can speak anywhere in the world and have truth coming throughout your mouth. It doesn't matter what all of this talk about feelings. Feelings is what got us where we at right now. We need to stop worrying about feelings, and we need to focus on logic, structure, and building ourselves up. That's what it's about. All of this emotional stuff is just ridiculous. Okay. And I understand the talk about African continental Africans talking about reparations. But the thing is this, they were robbed too. Okay, just like African Americans was robbed of what we were supposed to have, they were robbed too. What it is that they're trying to blend it in with us when they haven't even blended in with us. That's the problem. It's not the problem that they're talking about reparations too, because they're old reparations as well. But if you haven't blended in with those here, and we've unified with you on the movement, you can't just take over the movement because you had issue with these people as well. That's where the problem lies. Universal logic. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is that I know it's a very sensitive topic, but I'm not over it yet. So I will come back a different day to talk about it. Today is just mainly to tell about the lies. I am nothing like blackface, because me, you see what you see. And the reason why I feel like I can speak on this issue is that I have lived in America for 30, I know I don't look 30, but I've lived in America for 30 years, okay? Because of that, I have seen everything. I'm also a PhD in cultural anthropology. Okay, I have a lot of student loans to show for that. So out of love for my people, that is not what I went to college to study. I went to college to study science. But because of the experience that the white people gave to me when I came to America, and I'm like, wait a minute, we had a white person come to my school and all the black kids want to be her friend. So when I heard that I'm coming to America, I'm like, oh, they're gonna love me, you know? Man, you should see the way they treated me. I was walking National Geography. They asked me, oh, why does the palm of your hand look different than the skin? Oh, I saw your people on monkey trees, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a minute, black people live here. So what are you trying to tell me? So does it mean that this oppression is still happening? So when I went to college, instead of my science, I learned that, man, you can learn about culture and you can teach people culture. And I love African Americans. I love them. They are my people. I'm telling you, if you check a DNA, I probably have some of the same blood as you guys. We are all the same people from the same tree, the same foundation. So if I see that you are perishing and you are telling me I shouldn't say anything, no, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take, I am not accusing you. I am saying that whatever way we are going, it's not helping us. Having all these children with no good fathers and all these things, is that helping us? And when I'm in America and they see me, I don't always wear my African things. So when I'm in America, and I wear my suit, or if I wear a dress and I go out, I wear the jeans. They don't wait for me to talk before they think I'm African American. I get the same treatment until I open my mouth. Okay, so you can't tell me to stand aside when I watch my people perish, all because they've been separated from me for 400 years. I am not criticizing you. The one I'm gonna put out the knowledge. If you like it, take it. If you don't like it, you can come for me. It's out of love. It's out of love. Because you cannot tell me that a woman has 7 baby daddies and you want to tell me that it is now. You know, a dog comes and you slap the dog once, they'll stop. Another, you slap, that time the dog is not coming to you, trust me. So please, I'm not saying the brothers are angels. They are not. I know there are some that are really, really just going around and spreading their seeds irresponsibly. But guess what? It's happening in Africa too. But as a woman, you have to protect yours. You have to keep your honor. Because once they use you, they don't have any use for you. They don't respect you. And then now you get angry and you start insulting every brother. And to the point
Black
where
Queen. Black Queen, let me help you out here with just one thing on top of what you just said.
I got carried away. My bad. Sorry.
No. Let me just add this on there. Let me tell you something. African men in Africa are running around trying to spread their seed no different than African American men are doing here. The difference is when you go to Africa, you're not finding in droves. The girls are pregnant at 16, 15, 12, all of these numbers. By the time they're 21, most African girls are not getting pregnant until they get married. The ones that are getting pregnant, they're ostracized from their communities a lot of times. They still got shame over there. There's a such thing called shame over there. Over here, there's no shame, and that's what's happened to our women here. I can listen. I can talk to 1 million African women over there, and most of them will not have children. Most of them don't have children. But over here, by the time they're 21 years old, they might have 2 to 5 kids. Us African American men over here, we got no options over here. You got no options to get you no women. If you pick up a woman over here, you have to be willing to take on another man's lineage, which, you know what? We feel like the lion feels. If you know about the lion, then you know what I'm talking about. All right. So all of this talk about trying to normalize it and listen, us black men are not picking up women that got a bunch of children by a bunch of different dudes. If we got to go outside the country to do it, we're going to do it. God said, when a man finds a woman, we just finished listening to this the other day, he finds a good thing. That means you got to go out and find that woman. If all of the women around you are having a bunch of kids, you don't touch them. You go out and you go find you a wife. That's it.
Yo, bro, I gotta say, brother, your mic is loud. It's seriously loud, man. It's like you got the mic in your mouth.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
No, and he's right on though. He's spot on, and this is the reality of the thing. And not to get off of the African diaspora and the continental African dynamic that we have, but we have to understand that like some things we have to create a standard to where if anyone deviates, yeah, you might have deviated. We're not throwing you to the wolves, but you deviated from the standard. You didn't meet the standard. Like everybody can't get an A plus. If you don't pass, if you miss, questions on the exam, you don't get an A plus. And I'm sorry, you're not as smart as you thought you was. But okay, you didn't get an A plus. But okay, the standard is the standard. We can't change it just because you didn't meet it. That's how we got to play this whole thing.
Okay, so we'll have a final video that will be very fun. But King Marcus, please, over to you, the mic. You got
Yeah,
anything?
I'm loving to see the feedback. I like to see the back and forth. I think that it's like great to see different point of views and to actually know that there are thinkers still in the world, because that's one thing going around in today's day and age. You tend to think that there isn't anybody left on the planet that's actually thinking of anything but themselves. So,
Well, some
I
of
love
us we were
everybody's idea. I think it's going in a great direction. I like the synergy.
some of us we were slaves and we were so stubborn they killed us and we came back. So we don't know how to sit in our corner and shut up. So that's what you're looking at, I'm telling you. Well, we just don't know how to sit in our corner and shut up. Everybody's doing it, but I wish I can sit up somewhere and shut up too. I love the Black sisters. I love you guys. I want you to have the best. I don't want you to be carrying 9 babies and then the guy is somewhere enjoying himself. You know what I'm saying? I need there to be Black children who are soldiers, who are queens, who are princesses, who value themselves. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Hey,
don't
Dr.
jump
Nah.
into the gun and then when you finish, you are like, oh, the Black man is bad and the Black is bad. Okay, hold yourself, sister. I'm not saying you men don't have issues because you don't have to jump from woman to woman. We talk about protecting the lineage. I've spoken to the brothers, right? You don't have to plant your seed just anywhere, anyhow. You're a human being. So, all right, sorry. Go ahead. I'll let you finish and I'll run the
I was
video.
gonna say one thing. I was gonna say one thing.
Yeah.
It's a story. It's a story about all of this that you don't know. When it comes to like American men and Black American men and Black American women, there's controversies that is not of their own doing. So like it's a
Sorry, brother.
whole it's a
I don't want to interrupt, but if you're
I
gonna
know
talk
I'm not
about
gonna get deep
yeah,
into it.
if you're gonna talk about the welfare system and everything, please.
No,
I read that, like I said.
I wasn't talking about that.
Okay, then go
I
ahead.
was just talking about
Go ahead.
like just the hysteria that is created with the idea of like tribal connection with each other and then creating life as to the modernization of the Christianic way of having children.
Go ahead,
In the hood mentality, they don't really think. They're not thinking, and they don't think like, oh well, I gotta get married to have kids. They think like, that's my baby daddy, that's my baby mama. Like it's really more simple than like really them like actually putting a lot of thought into it. It's not really. It's just like what I've seen here in Akuma Village, where you'll have one person, but he might have kids with like maybe like half of the village that's down there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing. It's like, and then like in the hood, it's in America, it's like the mightiest male
Oh,
in the hood.
okay.
Yes. And
I
he
see.
ended up
I see
being the
what you are
prop.
saying.
All the hood chicks would be like, oh, that's gonna be my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
so
That's
well said. Okay, come in,
So
come in.
I just want to say, like, hey, if that is the case, then we have to, if we can't necessarily build with these types. The whole thing is we have to find people we can build with the same kind of mentality, with the same progressive understanding of what's actually we're dealing with. If people are like this in the hood, and I frequent Akuma Village. I was there with all the roster and all. I know all them guys down there, Frontline in Cape Coast, Kumasi. I'm all over the place, and I see it.
Yeah, good people.
I see what you're talking about, and those types of things. We that is always followed with poverty, like unsupervised children, intoxicated men, and wayward women. Those things all go
So
together.
poverty,
Right.
Yeah, it all goes together.
poverty, underline survival again, right?
Right.
So I guess the problem, we have to solve the problems that we have in terms of the poverty, and then hopefully, like you said, Terry, the things will start changing, right? Things will start changing. But I mean, yeah, but we have to talk about it. We cannot normalize it because it is not good for our people. Because this woman I told you said she has a 5-year-old with a deadbeat father, and she's telling the daughter, this is social media. She's telling the daughter, when you grow up, don't even think about. She said, in fact, she said, you mothers stop teaching your daughters to grow up and marry and have children. Don't even teach your girls to think of marrying a man and blah blah blah. And if they do, let them make sure that they marry in their economic level. I'm from Africa where you are listening to words of wisdom from an elder because supposedly they have experienced life. So they have some wisdom to give. What chances do this 5-year-old have with their mother already saying to her that don't even get up, get ready to marry and all that stuff? We have to start from somewhere. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it with as much love as I can. You know what I'm saying? I am no better than any black woman. I am not. I am just human being. I'm just black woman. But I don't want to see them going through the stress. They
But
say, I have
Dr.
one
Nye,
child, it's hard enough.
Dr. Nye, wouldn't
Yes.
it be more beneficial to get on board with the black people who are Pan-Africanists, who are progressive, and who are thinking more forward than the ones who are in the hood?
I
Wouldn't your
can't save
energy be best
everybody.
served? Wouldn't your
We can't
energy be
save everybody. So you,
okay?
as
So
a
let's
human being
focus.
in America, you have choice, right? So
Even
if that's
even
the way they want to go, go. But me, I will preach my preaching. If you like, take. If you don't like, don't take. But I've
and,
done my duty. I don't want to go back to where I came from and then they ask me, did you do the job? The ancestors are going to be like, did you tell them what I told you to tell them? I'm like, they didn't even. I'm
but
saying
even
my shit. When I die, you all know I did my part. That is all.
but
Everybody
even
think.
me in Ghana, I don't waste my energy going to the ghetto or the hood and everything because I know that it's gonna be more toiling, more sweat, more
Yeah,
more
yeah,
pain there. Why don't we
yeah.
get
I
the
got you. I got
more
you.
promising forward progressive people, even in Africa?
Do you think I found you? And how do you think I found Baba? And how did I find Marcus and Adam and
Exactly.
everybody else? So we're
Exactly.
building, but we're trying to give people opportunity to see that there's something bigger than the life that they are living. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for all your opinions. I love it. Black sisters, I love you. Please don't come find me to beat me, because I'm for you. I am one of you, and besides, I don't fight. Please leave me. If you come, you will beat me, you will win. It's not gonna look good on you because you are beating a baby. I don't fight. I refuse to fight. I have mind and I have mouth. So that's how I fight. Okay. So do not look for me. I'm telling you, I'm not fighting. All right.
All I know is this. I have the good sense to know I better certain things when I get on that soil that will and will not talk about.
Yeah, I guess I don't have that sense. So I don't have that sense to not talk about
I mean,
things.
and
Please
you know good and well there's things that you could that a Black American better not say over there because you'll wake up 6 feet under the ground.
It depends on how you say it. You know what I'm saying? And besides, listen, if I go to Ghana and they are doing something that is working against the culture, I speak to them too. You understand? So I speak for the truth. I don't,
a different story. All I know is I wish I would go to Africa and talk about certain topics.
Like what? We're being honest and open here. So please don't be afraid. I'm here. I'm not saying talk about it, but what topic do you feel like? What topic do you feel like an
I'm
American
not
should not?
afraid, but I know this. Listen, I know this. There's certain things, there's certain conversations that I will not have in Africa. Okay?
Well, I'm
That's
here in
it.
America, so have it with me now.
No, that's not going to happen. Okay? There's
Okay.
certain topics that whatever I've said, you know, things could be elaborated on greatly.
Okay, we'll
But
talk in chambers. You can, because I want to know, because this is about bridging the gap. You know what I'm saying? So if we are sisters and I'm doing something wrong, I expect you to tell me. That's what a good sister does. And if I'm doing something wrong, I expect, that is why there's diasporans and there's continental. We bring our ideas together and we pick the best so that we can build the society that we need to defend our heritage and stop our oppressors. That's all. So let's watch this video real quick. This is fun one. So we'll end up with that, and then you know, everybody will say their end point, and then I'll end with my end point, and then we're done. But I'm appreciative of all that you guys. Oh, wait a minute, I think I just lost the video again. What happened? Hey.
Yo, sister, I want you to stop apologizing to the women when you're addressing their behavior, because if I said, "Oh, brothers, you need to stop selling drugs," you know, forgive me for saying this, but stop selling drugs and killing our people. Then it loses this intensity. I'm telling dudes to stop selling these drugs, stop killing the people, and stop joining the gangs, and stop doing this bull. You know, and where they come kill me, hey, that's just what it is. But
You are
no,
far,
I'm saying I'm against it. I'm against it. I don't care nothing about none of your gangs,
you
none
are
of your.
too far away from me. When they come, you cannot protect me.
I
So
wish
please,
I was there. I
I'm
wish
getting
I
enough
was there.
trouble.
I would
Marcus is all
protect
the way
you.
in Ghana. So
I would protect you if I was
Baba
there.
is nowhere
Which
near.
side of Georgia you at? I will come there and make sure that no one do anything.
I'll tell you in the back because I don't want them to know. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But no,
I hear.
honestly, if I gotta die because of speaking the truth, then so shall it be. One African man told me somebody has to kill a man, so something has to kill a woman. I'm not ready to go. Please don't think I'm ready to go. Don't help me go faster. But somebody has to speak these things, and I'm doing it because I'm tired of seeing all these sisters angry and shouting and disrespecting you. I went to a chat room. The women, black women are there. They are complaining about how their brothers are not even talking to them anymore. I'm trying to tell you that the men are saying that you are not respecting them. Treat them like human beings. They have feelings. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong because they want the chocolate man. Like I want the chocolate man. I'd rather they get the chocolate man than they go and get a vanilla man. So I'm doing my duty by telling them, if you want a chocolate man, this is what he says he likes, right? So try to do that for him. He said he wants feminine energy. I beg, make you talk to him with soft voice, like darling, sweetie, honey. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, he can feel like a man. Maybe he'll be responsible and do the right thing. No, but please don't come for me. Let's watch this video. I'm already in trouble, but, you know, I might as well finish it, right? I love you, black sisters, for real. I do. I'm telling you, I do. It's no way disrespect to you. I just want you guys to, you know. All right, so here's the video. I don't know how long it is, Baba, but we won't watch all of it, I guess. But I guess you should give it a background, right, Baba? Can you set it up? Is Baba there? Baba.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you set it up, please? The video you sent, the last one.
Okay, yeah, this last one, I sent this over here just so people can get an idea of what I was talking about as far as our cultures are very close and very similar, and they build off of each other, and it's all of our ancient ancestors inside of us that express themselves. So yeah, this is a great video for this.
Okay, let me start.
But today we see that the American people and the hip-hop culture, popularly known as the B-boys, use these dance moves regularly without even knowing the origin of the dance.
There you go.
Most times it is used in breakdancing and other dance performance. Hello friends and family, we're back again with a brand new edition. I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers. If today is your first time joining us in this platform, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and like. Also turn on your notifications so each time we post a new content you can get notified. Today we're going to be talking about the Esa acrobatic dance of Edo State, Nigeria, popularly known as the Igbabonelimi. Igbabonelimi is originally from the Esan people of Edo State, Nigeria. It is a dance of the spirits and also the best traditional dance in the world today. When spirits commune, they do it differently from humans, which is why the invention still baffles people till today. Moreover, in Esan land, hunters are seen as privileged individuals because of the oddly hours they spend in the deep of nights and forests. For these same reasons, the famous dance Igbabonelimi was discovered by hunters in the den of the night. According to one of the hunters, they saw a group of entities or group of spirits performing the dance in the open field in the forest. And they quickly rushed back in the morning to the villagers and told them what they have saw. And they taught the dance moves to the people in the village, and it remained their traditional dance till date. Igbabonelimi is a combination of two words, Igbabo, which means clap, Elimi, which means spirit. So therefore, the combination means to clap hands or to communicate with the spirits. There are different clans in the Esan villages, so the day and the procedure in which the dances are made or done varies. These tribal clans can be seen on feast days of performances,
Can I go up a bit?
but under normal circumstances, Igbabonelimi is danced every 2 weeks of the Esa calendar and on the market days of the various villages and towns that make up Esa. And also, Igbabonelimi could be danced annually to mark the end of the year celebrations, New Yam festivals, and organized social functions like the coronation of a new king. Additionally,
Do we need
Igbabonelimi
more?
operates in various...
Do we need more of it, or?
I mean, you could cut it off whenever you want.
We
You
can
could
cut
see a
it?
lot of,
Okay.
you could see a lot of the break dancing right off the top with it.
Uh-huh. But are they showing any other type of African dance or only the Isan dance? I wanted to know if they had like different African dance.
of the spirit.
No, it's mostly showing the break dancing dance, the correlation. As it goes in, it shows more of the hip hop dance that correlates with it.
Okay, okay. Oh,
Either
okay.
with their
I'll go
body
there.
gestures or feet movements, so that a non-initiate will not understand them. Also, in order to keep what happens between them in secrecy, no non-initiate is allowed into their dressing room because the dancers are seen as spirits. They cannot talk or fight when they are dressed in their regalia. When an Igbabonelimi group is invited to perform, they are to be informed days or rather earlier before the day of performance, so there can be enough time to fortify the dances and appease the gods of the Eastern land. So, as you can see guys, this acrobatic dance of the Esan people of Edo State, Nigeria, popularly known as Igbabonelimi, is not just dance, but also a dance of the spirit. But today we see that the American people and the hip-hop culture, popularly known as the B-boys, use these dance moves regularly without even knowing the origin of the dance. Most times it is used in breakdancing and other dance performance, and most people don't even know the origin of where it's from. Most times black culture gets whitewashed and the history gets lost very easily. These dance moves came from Africa, Nigeria, Edo State, and from the Esan people. And the name of the dance moves is called the Igbabonelili. These very dance moves can be seen in various ways. I will be putting short clips of the videos to compare for everyone to see that what I'm saying is actually the truth.
Here, call Stephen. Bro, Stephen, yeah. Hi. 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 Oh, Stephen. Call him. Oh, Stephen. Stephen is calling me.
White people, most of them don't even have a history to back it up. That is to say, these are all stolen dance moves from the African people, but they fail to acknowledge the place and the heritage of the dance. If we should go out today and ask people the dance you do, the break dancing, the acrobatic,
You can cut it whenever you like.
Okay. I'm getting caught up with the drums. It's getting me. I told you can't sit and watch African dancing now. Okay, let me stop myself before I get up and start jumping around here. The show is not finished. I'll finish the dancing later. Yeah. So, brother, thank you so much. Again, perfect selection, because when I hear the back and forth, oh, African Americans don't have culture, or they da da da. We are the same people. The culture evolves. So honestly, if Black Americans did not come from us, all these things that have been added onto the dances, they wouldn't say it, right? So you gotta have a foundation. You came from somewhere before you went somewhere. You can't think that, oh, I was just there, and then because they were abusing us, and this is the things that we form. They had to use the dance to suit themselves when they were being, abused and, enslaved and all kinds of things. At least the rhythm, right? And the music, they're coming to you. So in the night when you hear that drumming in your voice, it is your ancestors calling you. Come back home. All right. So we have taken a lot of time, but we're going to end up. Everybody take 2 minutes to just give your final thoughts, and then I will close it up. Then thank you so much. I want to thank you guys for coming in, though. You've been really helpful. I've loved this, every minute of it. Love my people. All right. So who's going to start with the, what is it? The conclusion statements. Whoever is ready. Tyree, it seems like you're ready. Please take it.
Oh, I would just want to say, like, family, let's boil it down to the money, man, or the resources, or the tangible things that we are lacking of. We are complaining about the realities on the ground. Like, I really, in the diaspora and on the continent, we are struggling with the same exact thing: the lack of resources, the lack of money, physical money. That's all. If we can solve this problem and focus on solving it, then the rest, I think, we can manage. That's the only thing everybody is complaining about all over the world. So that's all I like to just let's talk about the money. That's all. That's
Thank
just
you.
me.
So next time, let's bring some chiefs here and let's talk about some of the projects. Marcus will come back, so we discuss all those projects and how people in the how diasporans can chip in safely with their money without feeling the stress or anxiety about losing money. All right, Baba, are you there to come with your ending message? Or Terrence Nadama,
Okay.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I just wanna quickly tip in something. I think there's a lot of things that need to be undo, because I also observe some certain things concerning our brothers in the States. I think this will really be a long topic. Maybe we'll probably choose a day for it, just like, yeah, just like the observation that this guy observed about this culture of a thing. There's also something I observed long time ago, concerning our brothers, because I've interacted with a lot of them, So I noticed then, I don't know if they are still doing it, I noticed brothers, our African brothers, the Blacks Americans over there, I noticed they do call themselves dogs, what's up dogs? I don't know. It's if they are still doing that, And then the women, they call themselves bitches. So one day, it dawned on me and I was like, let me go and find out the meaning of those things. And so I discovered that the bitches simply means, is it a female dog or something of that nature? And the brothers are calling themselves dogs. So, and when you study the nature of dogs, you discover that dogs don't stick to one partner. If I'm correct, no, that's the truth. So, but I don't want us to go that way because it's a long, it's a long topic. It's my observation. And the reason why I'm saying this is the fact that our brothers now, we actually, we are looking out for them coming to Africa. So which means we really need to, educate ourselves about our cultures and everything, which means there are a lot of things they will need to do away with, you understand, if we must work together. This really has a whole lot of psychological and spiritual effect, understand? So so what I'm saying in the conclusion is that, I think on a day we'll actually discuss about that. So that's my observation, and I just want us to, to have this spirit of togetherness, and while thinking of coming together to do something, to work together, we should be able to, and we should be ready to let go some certain, behaviors, and we should be able to learn and unlearn. I think that alone will help us a long way. And also the issue of, we also talk about leadership, because we have been discussing all this while. I think we need to have a structure on ground. It will really help us a lot. It wouldn't just be all talking, but there's going to be an action, in the sense that if it's possible we could have leaders, people that we can actually, look up to. Because when the white people come to us, they instituted some certain things, they put some certain structure on ground in order for them, to take over, our place and our land and our resources. So if we must regain our resources, we need to have a structure as well by, having some, people that we can actually look up to, like a form of leaders. We should put some people, in certain key positions, that we can always, look up to them, and we can always call their attentions. And if there are things we need to discuss, we'll do that. I think that alone will really help us. And, from there we can, have our strategy on how to go about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. And don't worry, we are not going anywhere. Now we are at the table. We shall continue to sit at the table. We will drink at the table. We will eat at the table. We will hold each other's hand. Kumbaya, but then we'll be using money too at the same time. So we're going to be all right. Trust me, if you are Black, get happy, get excited. Things are about to change.
Yeah,
know for
that's
sure
true.
that 5 years from now, things are not going to be the same as it was for Black people in the world. So please step up. Our warriors, wake up. Please step up. All right. So who's next to give their concluding comments? Baba must be driving, or he must be tired today, because usually
Yeah,
he's
no,
fast.
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead just to help the brother to understand these words that he just mentioned from our culture. All right, my brother, in the wild, dogs, they run together in a pack for resources, for protection, for territory. When you hear us African Americans call each other dog, like, yo, that's my dog right there. That's my dog right there. That means that's my road dog. That's my bro that no matter what's going on when it comes to territory, resource, whatever, we'll go and get it together. That's what the dog, that's where you get the dog from. Okay. And
Oh,
that's
okay.
where they originated from. And as well, when it came down to the bitches, because a female dog, we're running in packs. So our females are our bitches. This is where that originated from. It has nothing to do with the deaf. If you go Google dogs and what it means and all that, you're gonna get the white introduction to that. So I'm giving you the street hood introduction to what those words actually mean. All right. Now, of
And the
course,
spelling,
these things
right?
have
The
gone out
spelling.
of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Say again.
So the dog is what? DAWG, right? Oh, same.
Regardless
We're
of how
getting
you spell it,
educated.
yeah, regardless of how you spell it, when you say that's my dog, you mean that's my road dog. That's the one that's going to go out and get resources with me. We're going to protect our territory like dogs do, and we'll get down and growl and tear people apart if we got to. That's what
Okay.
the dog whole situation is. So just
All right.
just for education on that. But anyways, let me
Thank
get to
you.
my closing.
Mm-hmm.
My closing is unification is what we need. Okay, we need to strategize, but leaders are always targets and leaders are always shot down. Like I said earlier, white people don't have no leader. They have an understanding of their community. They work together in an understanding. Like even with the Jewish community, they support each other's businesses. Even if the business is bad, everybody still buys from that same person, and they just tell them what they need to tweak to fix it until that person gets it right. It's a matter of us having a communal understanding with each other. We don't need leaders to do this. Each family is a leader. The leader is the head of the family. The businesses that you create together as a family. And if everybody creates a family business with themselves, and then as a community, we work together to support each other's businesses, guess what? There's no stopping us and we grow. And there's nobody that you can point your finger at and say, let's kill off the leader, because soon as we kill off the leader, everybody falls. Right? So I just want to say Black people and African Americans and Africans from the diaspora need to understand each other's worth. We need to understand that we both have strengths that we need to come together and build together with. And as soon as we start doing that, our genius is going to shine, because we are very smart people. We are genius people. We are the leaders of the earth. We need to bring back the dark ages when we ruled the earth, because we are the majority on the planet, period. These people have no chance if we just unify. No chance. They're only 7% of the population. We are the majority. We can take this thing back to where it needs to be. Africa for the Africans, the diaspora, this whole planet, Africa worldwide, because this whole planet is Africa. I can't move on forever. That's it.
He said it. We need to unite. So, Miss Dr. Shari, I see you are smiling. Are you ready, or is it Marcus? Whoever is ready. You are ready? Okay, go, sister.
Do you see the ocean?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting ready.
Just rubbing it in.
I'm getting ready to be in the ocean.
Yeah, you keep rubbing it in. Thank you so much.
Yes, well. Hey, I'm everybody's good at something, right? Okay. And speaking of being good at something, everything falls into place when we all commit to becoming the best versions of ourselves. And that's it.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know, she's always busy, but she always does her best to try to represent. And definitely her ideas are valued. Like I said, we need all kinds of Black folks at the table so far as you are Black. All right. So now, King Marcus, you got a concluding comment for us?
Yeah, I love everybody's topics and points. And I'm feeling the energy of execution starting to brew. I like that. I'm just gonna say that I'm here in Ghana, and I am creating the architectural structure that's needed for the diaspora to have better continuity and power when it comes to connecting to the resources that they need to connect to in order to actually continue to empower themselves in their own personal community and the Africans that are in America, and how we can support them to help them become stronger in what it is that they're doing, because we got to think of it as a complete mission. One side is not done, then the other side is not done also. So as long as we look out for each other, then we all gonna keep growing and gaining.
Thank
Okay.
you so much. Well said. Like he said, he's on the ground. So diasporans, this is your brother. He was here and now he's there. So Tyree too. So you can reach out to them, because I'm telling you, you can trust them. They know that what they're talking about. They are there now. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And then Adam, what's up? Your
Yeah.
concluding comments.
Oh, okay. In all, I'm gonna say is thanks to everybody for putting up this good initiative, and it has been the best so far because you have done a great job. You all have done a great job, and moreover, I saw it in coming from far back as in last 2 months. I had a friend who said, "Oh, look, it's better we go back to agriculture. It's better we go back to inventing a lot of things in Africa." I said, "Okay, if you want to, you can come down." And he said, "No, I can't come because they told us that everything is GMO and it has been affecting Africa." They said the one they brought to us in Africa is even worse than the one in the US. I said, "Oh, no. We can still get a natural seed to plant and we can still get the natural things to eat. And moreover, you have to come down so that we can plan for the diaspora who are in America and who haven't come back down to Ghana or to Africa so that they can be able to eat natural food." So that's why we employ most of the people that they should embark on natural agro, and also to see how we can be able to put hands together to do better things and prepare the future for the diaspora who are in America and also those who are beyond, who are also in the Western world. So I really appreciate that we are moving forward, and it's good that we put hands together as in unity, because that is why they don't want us to unite, but it's going to happen. We are going
Too
to
late.
unite because we start the unity already.
Too
We
late.
start the unity already because now after
Yeah.
he say one is better, he say two is better than one. So right now we are almost 100. So we're still going in numbers, and I believe that God will help us and support us in terms of taking care of our future. And we are the future energy, because without us today taking care of tomorrow, there is no tomorrow. Because our children will keep on asking us, "Hey, look, man, what do you do when you are young? You're just sitting around eating, and now you're trying to dictate to us, man. Your whole house is old. You don't give us a good food, blah blah blah." And this is not going to happen. That's why we're trying to prevent it now. And I thank you all for doing this great job. And I bless. Have a blessed night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adam. Words of wisdom, okay? See the type of brothers we have in Africa, but they said they do like women with feminine energy. So if you're a sister and you want to be married and want to be and taken good care of, I'll tell you what, the African man will marry you. He wants that feminine energy, but then he is working to provide for you. So it's a good balance, right? You calm down a little bit, give him the respect that he deserves as a black man, and I tell you, they do. I mean, they carry the weight on their shoulder to make sure that they feed their families. Okay, all right. So I think everybody got their chance, right? So it's all me, the stubborn lady who refused to sit in her corner and be quiet. So let me give you a conclusion. But before I say that, I'm so excited, and honestly, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I put the topic out there. Marcus didn't even know, and it was a surprise to me too that he came out. So happy. But I love this. I love this. Regardless of what we are thinking, everybody has one thing in mind: for the betterment of, is that a word? I think so, right? For the betterment of our people. For the betterment. English is my second language, so don't sue me. Okay, so for the betterment of our people, yes, we all want the best for us. Everything we say, even if it hurts you now, Trust me, it's to make you better, because we cannot continue to do what we are doing now and expect anything different. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. You, the audience, I did not see any question yet, but I'll look in a minute. But this is what I want to end with. Okay. So brothers and sisters across oceans, across generations, we are finally comparing notes. What did they tell you about us, and what did they tell us about you? They told us, the sons and daughters of Africa, that you were lost, stripped of your roots, your culture, pride. Okay. And they told us, descendants of diaspora, that we were primitive, corrupt, unworthy of your return. Okay. We are not enemies. We are not strangers. We are one people, separated by ships, but united by blood. Let the talk continue. Okay, so we're not strangers anymore. We are all from the same blood. So until next time, we are coming back with some more, but it's gonna be love. You're my sisters and my brothers, diasporan Africans, wherever you are. I love you. I think we have the common battle at hand. So let's all put our hands together and let us deal with those who oppress us. Not from the inside. Let's stop fighting over the small piece of bread that we have, and let us go and get our bigger bread so that we can all eat happily, relax, satisfied that and confident that our children in the future will not be going through the same type of things that we have experienced. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back because that's it. I'm stubborn. I can't hide in my corner. Bye, y'all. Love. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you, okay?
All right, thank you.
Achomi Abigail Aje, info la Noyaa TV kwemo. Keko amenibi papa ini amechio. Wa me kanfo la Noyaa TV. For la Noyaa TV kwemo. Eja ke amebake han gandang me fe.
Achomi Adam Tena kote. Nchuo cashew nuchumo. The coffee. Yes, poto. Ni me recommend la Noyaa TV you there. Kefe kwemo la Noyaa TV. Ameba ke ha gandang be fe.
Igbe ejiheti.
Achomi hu ade.
Won kan for la Noyaa TV ken hanye fem.
Nye like ya, nye share ya, nye follow ame. Ye all social media platform. Ameba ke ha gandang be fe.
Achomi owusu dapa. Nchwani ye abempo legis ye East Legon. Wakeni ni enyo mpe la Noyaa TV. Ngona ga no koneken eba ni ba chon wo kusum ni wo ba kase no ni ji wo no eja keshin woni bi papa ifen mewo ni station se fen ba fe tree me ka chante me ke ni bi na me ken ameke hewa anunya ye wode ewo ni la Noyaa TV ba ne won panye fa mo fian mo gbe ken wo nupa o gan dangbe fen wo ka woni enyo amomi bia na me all social medias content una me here very educative ni ba wa gan dangbe fen o won pe mo fian mo kemba la Noyaa TV
mingbe jiti na bless minji the CEO of time in season beke bia talo nupa ka me ko to gaji fen ko ba bi oba na iye George Alasan o ko asera je egbe no mi ka fo la Noyaa TV habo ha mo mi se ha mo to ejole ewo mo fe mo ekwe ameba ha gadan gbe fen
Achomi oduesa mi we kenje la papa mo fi am follow na la Noyaa TV ame ji oni bi papa program papa no mo fi am follow la Noyaa TV YouTube Facebook Twitter everything I follow la Noyaa TV ame back ha gan adangbe fen
ya friend me dai na entry me pama die me wo apapa oku asala Unity Sports nechi me kanfo la Noyaa TV am obi biara omo morning show morning tea sports any entertainment omo ba ma ga adangbe fo nyina obiara hwede bia ye hwe anije wo ho me kanfo ma mo obiara show Sabdi crazy yadomo hey Sabdi oh my DJ Sabdi
Ingbaji and stop ana ni bia ne chini do mo mi to ma recommend la Noyaa TV mo fiamo nje la girl school iko la Noyaa TV dan na me ba ke ha wo gan adangbe fe gan adangbe fe no mo fiamo ko ya wo mi no ko la Noyaa TV ame programs fe for ni ko bo nche o tase no oboto ye o mi ba show yi aba bo nga come lebi wọn afi oso mo papa ko be fo obe TV enyemi ame handles bi understand only fin la Noyaa TV Facebook jo Instagram jo Twitter jo ngbo ba che fi no ba che ya je mi no